The fourth graders will be singing and playing the folk tune Scarborough Fair, and we will be accompanying them. It's a three-chord song in Dorian mode, which gives it a kind of more mysterious, slightly ancient feeling. The chords are C and F, which we've seen before, but also a D sus4, which is where a lot of that Dorian minor feeling comes from. So let's take a look at the chords. Let's review them, starting with the D sus4. To make a D sus4, I'm going to actually put my first finger in the first box of the second string and put my second finger in the second box of the third string. And I'm going to leave the outside strings open. D sus4. To make the C chord, I'm going to put my third finger in the third box of the first string and leave the other strings open. C chord. To make an F chord, I'm going to put my first finger in the first box of the second string and then reach over here and grab the second box of the fourth string. That's an F chord. Now, Scarborough Fair has a pretty but fairly easy intro and outro. And if you'd like to try it, I will explain how to play it at the end of this video. Meanwhile, the strumming pattern for the rest of the song will be ta, tiki, tiki, ta, tiki, tiki. Remember, we're in triple meter here. So that would sound like this, as I'm playing it on the D sus4. Let me put the music up for you right now and let's play through a verse. I'll slow it down a little bit so you see what's going on here, okay? Here we go. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there, for she once was a true love of mine. So to play the introduction to Scarborough Fair, which as I mentioned is also the coda, the outro, we're doing a couple things. First of all, there's a picking pattern. So I want you to work on the picking pattern separate from the chords. And that picking pattern is 3, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1. And it's really, really important that you use the fingers that are associated with the string. So once again, that was 3, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1. So these two fingers never change, and what's happening is you're bouncing the finger back and forth, which is actually a really good guitar technique, so I recommend trying it this way. Please do not try to play this with one finger. You can't do it. So while this is going on, up in the neck, I'm actually going to be, if I can just show you that jumping in there, I'm going to shuffle between basically the D sus 4 and the C chord. So once again, I'm going to show you the picking pattern first. Hear that switch? So the outro has just a little tiny modification there at the end. It looks like this. Again, I don't need anyone to play the intro or outro. I can do it myself if needs be. It's more about giving you something to try, kind of, as you go through this, ratcheting up the degree of difficulty. But I'm also just perfectly happy for you to strum the chords and have a good time. So that's what we'll focus on.